Hello guys, and welcome back to Total War Rome 2 with another PvP battle. This is a 1v1 between me playing as Rome, my favorite faction that I usually don't play, and Dr. Dave, who's playing as Sparta, defending a city for me, hoping that the game's most defensive faction will be able to hold back the onslaught of angry Romans. Let's see how they'll do. Right in the back here. We can't really see Dave's army right now, by the way, because it's from my perspective and I am the attacker. But what we can see is my general and bodyguard right here. Just nothing special. I went with, I think this was the cheaper option, maybe more expensive. I forget. Some auxiliary Syrian archers. Now, I believe I brought 3 of these, or 4. I think I brought 4, yeah. We've made some rules for ourselves, and I've tried to stick with them. Here's 2 more of the Syrian archers. I could have sworn... Oh, yeah, there's the other one. Oh, wait, I couldn't get another Syrian archer, so it's a Balearic slinger, because Rome has certain faction limitations of itself. Up in the front here, we got the Triarii. Gotta love them. And another one over here, lining our siege equipment, 3 tortoises led by veteran legionnaires. And 2 towers here, led by veteran legionnaires. I brought a lot of veteran legionnaires, by the way. We got a Roman giant ballista, which, by the way, Dave prepared for very well. He put mercenary Cretan archers here to immediately open fire on them. Putting them here was probably a bad idea, but I knew it would be a bad idea. But I wanted to see what he would do. Right here we got 2 Praetorian Guard, my most elite infantry, which I will hold in the rear and use wherever I need some buffs and shit like that. Over here, stashed away in a totally not cheesy way in the bushes, is some veteran legionnaires, 2 auxiliary cavalry, another veteran legionnaire, and another tower with veteran legionnaire. So I made a mistake, and I'll tell you this now in case I miss it later. I planned on trying to take this gate. One thing I didn't realize was this tower doesn't have stairs leading down. I totally expected to be able to take this gate and then take a staircase leading down here and then kind of like push into the streets. I did not realize there was no staircase here, and I didn't realize it until we did our next 1v1 where I defended this place and he attacked it. So just keep that in mind. But with that, we are ready to start. So let's hit play and immediately watch as these archers open fire, quite literally fire, on my Roman giant ballistas and immediately set one alight before I even really am prepared for it. But hey, they're getting ready to fire. They've already lost one of them, and the fire arrows are still coming in. My archers here are immediately opening fire on these guys. The ballistas themselves are opening fire, hopefully hitting things behind them. We can't see into the city yet. My tortoises are moving forward to start knocking down the walls around the archer. There's some wolves going. What the fuck? I didn't know there were wolves. I want to fight those. Oh, that was a nice fucking hit. Did you see that? My god, would have sucked to be them. I got these 2 towers going here to try to capture the arrow towers. We lost another ballista already. This tower's moving up on its way. And right now, this is the extent of the action. Oh my god! Jesus. Wish we could see back there. And one thing Dave didn't know before the start of this battle is what the tortoises did. So these were a surprise to him. This entire time he was like, are those rams? Oh man, look at that. Oh. I really hope it's hitting people back here. But yeah, he had no idea what these were for. We can already spot now his general, the Royal Spartans, holding off some line back here. He's got some defenses set up, some stakes put over here. I didn't pay much attention to his defenses. That's another note. We got some, yeah, a bunch of things to slow us down and hurt mounted units around here. More stakes, caltrops, yeah. We finally see some Spartan hoplites over here and over here. None of them getting hit. There's some dead people here. I'm going to assume that these are not archers who have been tossed off the walls, but are indeed people that died. Yes, these are Spartan hoplites that died. The archers are finally on the move because they kind of realize they're fucked. They've been so very damaged by all the archer fire and the ballistas, which we're only down to 1 ballista, by the way. I'm still firing on the archers, but they're almost dead. Here we go. He's sending some heroes of Sparta to fight me on the walls, and now we see my Roman veteran legionnaires jumping into the heroes of Sparta. Their swords are more than a match, in my opinion, for their spears, but we'll see how it goes. Immediately, the arrow tower is opening fire. I think by this point, yes, we've knocked down one of the walls with a tortoise. This tortoise is about to get stuck. Yeah, this tortoise literally glitches out on me, and it stops moving right about now. And I never get it to the wall. Yeah, right there. It just stops right here. I was sending it to knock down this wall, but it just stopped, and it fucked me over. Whereas we did take this down, so I'm already down one of the 3 entrances I hoped I'd have. But here we go, veteran legionnaires charging into the breach, immediately starting a infantry fight. We got arrows raining down already. I've moved over here my auxiliary Syrian archers over this hill, 2 of them, to immediately start opening fire down here. They are opening fire on his archers, which had just opened fire on mine as we saw, since they are very easy targets. Over here I have another veteran legionnaire charging forward to meet the Spartan hoplites, who tried to charge out and meet us outside of the breach. They're still going. I got my own archers over here and the slingers opening fire as well. Maybe not the best location to fire at, but they seem to be doing a good enough job. The arrows seem to go through the siege equipment, unless I'm just misseeing this. Over here we have also gotten the a fight started. No heroes of Sparta here, only Spartan hoplites. And these don't stand a chance on the walls against our veteran legionnaires. Really, he'd be better pressed to defend the entrances down here from us as Sparta, rather than trying to defend the towers themselves. Over here, I've captured this gate with my veteran legionnaires, and I'm charging my auxiliary cavalry units through. Just kind of getting them in formation right here, as we can see. I'm also sending these veteran legionnaires forward in through the breach. Still haven't realized that there's no stairway here. He is immediately sending forward some these Periakoi pikemen to meet my cavalry, which luckily I've seen in time, despite my micro being very split, and I've started charging them back into the archers, who I've just been firing my archers at. Getting in there. There you go. They were way out in the open. I believe I'm about, yes, and now I immediately go ahead and I start changing the targets of my archers here, and as we see, they're firing down now on these heroes of Sparta that are just chilling out. The archers over here are already routing, so that was a very efficient go. My veteran legionnaires are going to clog up this road, but he's actually moving forward. He's moving forward with this Periakoi pikeman and sending up some Spartan hoplites as a defensive. I'm rushing him forward. We still got one of them in the back, not yet in position. They've taken some losses. Probably, I don't know, a tower? Archers? I'm not sure. But here he is, charging forward his Spartan hoplites, not caring at all that he's rushing in alone. Just running. No charge bonus. I charge mine in, and bam, melee combat has begun. It was kind of weird. And I immediately start firing some javelins off into the Periakoi pikemen, who he's using to blockade this road. Going very nice. These heroes of Sparta are retreating and getting shot to shit right in the rear. We were seeing them fall in crazy numbers as they're starting to get hit. Look at this. Damn building getting in the way. Look at how fast they're falling. Oh, dude. That's unfortunate. Over here, I've charged the auxiliary. Oh my god, this battle's going so fast. The auxiliary cavalry has gotten past those archers down into the city, come through the market square, just trampled it to pieces. These guys are in a weird formation bug, trying to charge down this Greek scorpion, whereas this auxiliary cavalry has charged down a Greek scorpion and won the fight already. I'm immediately retreating them out of combat now and charging them at this Greek scorpion formation, completely bypassing all the defenses he set up to stop my cav, because he knew I'd bring cav. His scorpion are dying pretty quickly. He is sending up the Royal Spartans, his general. No, not his general. He has 2 other Royal Spartan units he's sending up to try to stop the Cav. And at this point, the Cav are basically not going to do very much. He is now sending some heroes of Sparta to flank my veteran legionnaires. Very nice move. And he's sending the pikes up as well to start poking them to death in melee, which is seeing some success while my micro is, of course, split. These guys, who I told to go down here, are now running around here because I didn't realize there were no stairs and about to run through and behind these units. Totally not my plan, but it could come in handy. Are inadvertently neutralizing this arrow tower, as we can see. I believe they're going to get it before they're all gone. And they'll soon join the fight. Over here, we're still fighting over the towers. Oh god, so much fire. His Spartan hoplites are not doing very well against my veteran legionnaires. And over here, he sent up some more Spartan hoplites to help his heroes of Sparta against my veteran legionnaires. The fight rages strong here, but he's committing too much to keeping me on the wall. When he's Sparta, he shouldn't be fighting me for the walls. At least not so heavily. On the other hand, I've moved these archers completely, it looks like. Where? I've moved them over here. I've gotten them on the walls and opening fire. These guys were out of ammo. I've charged them into melee to assist my units. They've suffered some losses. These guys are on the walls, lining up and firing into the pikemen here. Oh wait, what? Okay, it shows the archers over here, but they ran into the flank of the Spartan hoplites that were fucking with my veteran legionnaires, who are currently being fucked over by pikes. Oh yeah, I ended up changing where these veteran legionnaires went, sending them for the Royal Spartans. My auxiliary cavalry are still alive, by the way. As we can see, it's really hard to keep up with this battle. Holy shit. They're surrounded by spearmen on all sides, but at this point, my goal is more to hold them here and deal what damage I can. Plus, there's not much room to escape. But I've gotten the veteran legionnaires over here fighting the Royal Spartans. The Royal Spartans somewhat outclass my veteran legionnaires here, but fighting them on both flanks is something I hoped would help. The other cavalry is being used as a diversionary tactic. The goal was to do a lot of damage to their general, or maybe even better yet, take the general out, but already this cavalry unit is dying, and the rest will probably be soon to follow. Sending up reinforcements as well now. As we can see, the veteran legionnaires coming up here to hop on the wall, as these ones are just about out of steam. And over here, more reinforcements, veteran legionnaires making their way up the wall as these ones run out of steam. However, his defensive here is not going very well, as the Triarii have gotten involved in the battle to assist the veteran legionnaires. And as you can see, there's not many Greeks left to defend this place. Not looking too good. One unit of Triarii has broken through, and now they're pretty much free to do what they want. Over here, their pikemen have been defeated, I believe. Yes, they're defeated. What I did, if I recall correctly, is I just ended up sending units to flank around them. I could be wrong. I don't remember how they died, if I'm being perfectly honest. I'm just guessing. These guys are definitely flanked around, getting gangbanged right in the center. Look at this. Broken, shattered, they're done. Routing, just like that. And these units are all freed up to now charge into town. Both of my cavalry have broken, which is unfortunate, but these veteran legionnaires are keeping up the good fight, fighting both the Royal Spartans, both the general and non-general units here. Keeping them busy, keeping them exhausted, keeping them fighting and dealing damage. As you see, my ballista is still out here. That one ballista. And it's still opening fire. And it's opening fire on the enemy units back here, or at least trying to. I had it disabled for a lot of the battle because I couldn't use it without hitting some of my own units. And I believe throughout this battle I have hit my own units. I believe that has happened. Or it will happen. I forget. It probably will happen, if I remember correctly. Looks like the battle over here has been won, so he's taken one of his Spartan hoplites unit. And he's now charging it over to fight my units that are doing some weird pathfinding bullshit. But I am going to fight them. The arrow towers have been taking a number off me right now, but he's left these heroes of Sparta kind of by themselves, and now with the veteran legionnaire reinforcements coming to assist them, it's it's not going to go as smoothly. Fresh veteran legionnaires to assist these boys against some probably exhausted heroes of Sparta by now. But the heroes of Sparta are offensive and they are deadly. They're the kinds of ones you want on a wall, you know, rather than Royal Spartans or Spartan hoplites. You see them still coming off right here. Damn. Oh, damn. Poor guy. Oh, floating shield. I'm sending more archers through, probably out of ammo. I know not all of these are out of ammo. But now that this has fallen, I'm sending more units through, and I've sent my Triarii and veteran legionnaires over here to kind of guard the exits, to keep his units trapped on the wall, since he's left himself there and undefended, as I capture this, or at least neutralize this area, so that the arrow tower stop dealing as much damage to me. The Praetorian Guard are charging in now. Fresh elite infantry, better than his Royal Spartans in melee combat, and a bunch of archers running in from all sides. One of the archers over here has gotten into the battle, just here to essentially assist and back up the veteran legionnaires that are very tired, but not exhausted like his Royal Spartans are. And that's not, although that's not his general anymore. He left these guys here, he brought his general back. They're fresh now. And they're moving around to intercept these veteran legionnaires that have, I believe, come around here, or maybe here. I don't know, this battle's been so crazy quick to keep up with. Oh, and there's one of the... that's still firing. He's sending all of his Spartans in a weird formation to intercept my veteran legionnaires on both sides here. I have these archers coming in to assist, moving these veteran legionnaires back. He's trying to assist his own line. Oh my god! Jesus Christ, that was a really good shot. That's just been going on the whole battle, by the way. That's crazy. He's still just eagerly trying to attack these guys, even though he's now stretched his line super thin, allowed me to literally circle around the side of his lines. Auxiliary archers here in the middle of it now, along with these other veteran legionnaires. More veteran legionnaires, a very exhausted unit, moving in to get some flanking action back here. These archers are already basically fleeing. My general is here to provide buffs now, basically. Praetorian Guard are moving up. This is one of the times where it does hurt some of my men, but it also hurts his. This is about when I stopped firing with it, because it was not quite covering what I wanted it to. He's turned the Royal Spartans around now to try to focus on these guys, but once again, he spread his line thin and got flanked there for a moment. Holy shit! What the fuck? He rubber banded over there and stayed over there? Oh, damaged by artillery. That's nice. What the fuck, dude? Ah, yes, these guys came in and threw their javelins in, and now they're charging into the rear of his general, who is immediately charging around to meet them. Yo, he's on this micro right now. These veteran legionnaires are finally starting to waver. The archers aren't exactly in the front with them anymore. They're just kind of resting right now. But these guys have been kept busy this whole time, at least. These archers are going around to make sure they stay busy. Praetorian Guard are now giving buffs, kind of holding off this area for now. Starting to move them in behind to provide, to really provide those buffs. The walls have now been captured, if we look. And the arrow towers are about to be captured. The Triarii, I'm preparing to move through all of his stuff and get behind his lines. These slingers are just chilling at this point. Alright, yeah. And now some nice pylum throwing into his general unit. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at this shit. How many pylum can you take in your shield before one hits you in the chest and sends you flying? Not enough. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's awesome. If we take a look over here, these Praetorian Guard have engaged his Royal Spartans, but I think they were trying to pick a fight here. And these guys are just really here for the buffs right now. I'm not trying to overcommit like he does. But with the Praetorian Guard in there now, fresh, never having seen combat, going up against some winded units and an exhausted unit. The winded units are his general. I'm getting the Triarii now flanking him, and he retreats out of combat. He retreats out of combat with the Royal Spartans to intercept the Triarii, which is such a silly thing to do, but I welcome the move and then get both of my Triarii up on him because that just separates them and makes them even easier to defeat. So I welcomed this. I welcomed this move. Over here, I'm just basically keeping my archers over here, basically to die, while they were distracting this unit. Now that I had completed my flanking maneuver, though, I did decide to start sending the archers back around, just because it was pointless. These guys couldn't do anything anymore. Just getting them to safety. Over here, I have more veteran legionnaires coming in from the walls. More that saw combat on the walls, just coming in. And now getting around the units, kind of claiming the area. Not actually charging them in and overcommitting like he would tend to do. His general is just about done now. 35 Royal Spartans. Oh, and they're done. They've routed, overwhelmed by the Roman horde. And his other Royal Spartans routing. This is the only one left now. Like I said, they couldn't do anything. So now I'm sending the archers back at him for a rear charge. Just for a nice morale break. And there you go. They've routed. And that's the end of the battle. Whew. I don't really have much comments about that one. It went really interestingly. His best move was attacking my giant ballista at the very start. That was probably his best strategic move. Other than that, none of his units really stood out in what they did. Unfortunately, I couldn't open up the third hole in the wall like I wanted. So that bug kind of inhibited my melee attack, which was unfortunate, caused more losses than I wanted, but hey, still worked out, I guess. My cavalry got about the kills that, about a 1-to-1 KDR here, a little more there, but they definitely flanked around and got big strategic targets like his siege units and such as, his skirmishers as well. The ballista, despite being limited to 1 for a lot of the battles, did get a lot of kills. Some of those are friendly fire, but it definitely didn't see the most use it could have. My skirmishers did amazingly, and only one of them actually completely died off. My veteran legionnaires, of course, saw the brunt of it, and my Praetorian Guard didn't lose anything, because at the end they were just fighting some nearly dead units. But overall, it was a good battle. The next battle is going to be the inverse of this, him attacking as a different faction, and I will once again be defending as Rome. So, I'll see you guys on that episode. Bye-bye.